Well, hello guys and welcome to our interview. Today our special guest is Kevin. He's a teacher at Cambridge School, right?
That's
Yes,
correct, Cambridge School here in Amity.
Yes, and can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Kevin. I'm from Southampton, the United Kingdom, and I'm so pleased to be here in beautiful Kazakhstan in Amity. And I work for the world famous Cambridge School here in Amity. So hello Rima and hello Yusuf.
Thank you. And I have some questions, like what languages you can speak?
Yeah, I can speak French and Spanish. Not fluently, but conversationally. So, bonjour mesdames et messieurs, je m'appelle Kevin, je suis anglais ou espagnol. Buenos días, señores, señoritas. ¿Cómo estás?
Très bien.
Estoy bien.
Très bien. Je
Je
m'appelle
vous en prie. Merci beaucoup. And I also speak English New Zealand, Australian English, Canadian English, South African English, and American English.
Wow. So, like, there is like accent difference, right? Like in English, for example,
Yeah,
African,
that's right.
South
I mean,
African.
basically, as you know, in the world of Englishes, we have so many countries now that speak English. We've got Australian English,
Yes.
New Zealand, Canadian, South Africa, Irish. But the two benchmarks for which we promote the English language is British English and American English. These are the languages that we teach at colleges, schools, and educational institutions.
Well, right here, like I want to ask, do you prefer British English or American English?
No, my God, I prefer British English. Much more better, guys. Much more better.
Nice, me too. I like the how it sounds. So can you
Yeah.
introduce yourself in British accent?
So, hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Kevin. Jolly good show.
Nice, thank you. And do you like teaching English?
Yeah, I love teaching English. You know, the great thing about my job is that being a foreign language teacher, it's about promoting the English language. And it's about letting your teaching open up doors for you, but also at
Exactly.
the same time to be travel. And my job as a teacher is to promote the English language and take all my children and all my students on a guided discovery of the English language to promote their speaking,
Yeah.
listening, writing and reading
And
skills.
reading, yes. And what's the best way to learn English?
Well,
For you.
teaching adults and teaching children are two different scenarios, aren't they?
Yes.
Children need a lot more stimulation and critical thinking. One thing I've always found about children is that children don't respond to general work on the language like grammar and vocabulary.
Yes.
But children love to play games, do activities, sing songs, and that's the best way to get their attention. Fun, education with clear learning aims, and bring it to life, everyday English.
Yes, and I also know that you teach only kids, right?
That's right, yeah, my background, I've been a children's teacher now for the past 6-7 years, mainly early years. At Cambridge we do Super Safari, and I also teach young children as well.
And you're also, in which countries you have been and about your traveling background?
Yeah, I mean, from a teaching profession, I've taught 2 years in China. I also taught in New Zealand for a few months. This is my third time actually to Kazakhstan.
Third time?
Yeah, I came here 3 years ago with the British Council to promote the English language, and I was in Amity
Nice.
at District School 156, where I spent 2 weeks actually teaching in a state school, promoting the English language and taking live lessons. And it was amazing. And I've also been in Moscow, in Russia, and that was quite an amazing teaching experience.
And now you told me like you have some background in teaching in different countries, and to compare like with other countries, like in Kazakhstan education, and Russia, as you said, China. What's the difference? Is there or is the same?
I think there is a big difference. I think one thing I find in China, there's a lot of emphasis on grammar,
Yes.
and vocabulary. It is the same principle with in Russia and Kazakhstan, but the tide is beginning to turn now. We're moving away from what you call grammar translation to more communicative approach, or
Yeah.
student-centered or task-based teaching, where, I mean, grammar and vocabulary, of course they're important, but we need to focus more on students speaking and listening
practice,
skills,
yes.
and help them to form their sentences, but also to give them a free practice
Yeah.
so they can use the language in everyday situations.
Totally agree. And I do remember when I was in China, I also taught kids. And it's really, for example, in China, I taught only kids, but only in Kazakhstan, I teach teenagers and adults. And it's kind of like fun when you teach kids. Like you have some like energy, you know, this kind
I
of
think
atmosphere.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think, you know, when you come into the classroom, I've met some teachers that have got degrees, but when it comes to personality and character, they haven't got a clue. They can't find their way around the classroom with a map and compass. But you know, when you come into the classroom, you've got to bring your personality and character in, and you've got to have fun with these kids. You've got to stimulate them, critical thinking, do games and activities. I think recently at Cambridge we did a lesson on clothes vocabulary. So I took my children to the shopping mall and we went to a clothes shop. And go and find me a pair of trousers, go and find me a shirt, go and find me a pair of shoes. And that's probably more rememberable for them to recall all the vocabulary and the lesson than it was to do a grammar lesson on it.
Understand. And as you said that you've taught like in different schools, but right now you're teaching in Cambridge School, right?
That's right. Yeah, I'm a very proud to be teaching at the world famous Cambridge School here in Amity.
And I just want to ask, for example, you have a lot of experience in teaching, and even difference like the Cambridge School. What's the best way? For example, I do remember when I was a teenager, like when I started to learn English, I used to compare all the schools because I need to choose the best one for me.
Of course.
Yes. So what's the like any method or any like what makes special Cambridge School?
I think what makes Cambridge School quite unique is that we have small classroom sizes, we have beautiful classrooms, we've got great equipment. I mean, anytime I need to do an activity, like last week we did sandwich DIY. We actually did food and drink with Let's Go Kids. And to make it more fun, we did sandwich DIY with the children. And sometimes I find that with schools, they may have to put their hands in their pockets. And it was great. Rima and Yusuf allowed me to go out and buy bread, cheese, food ingredients, and the children made a sandwich in-house. And they had a great time doing it. So I think a lot of it is actually having the best teachers with the great techniques. And every teacher at Cambridge
motivated
is
teachers who want to teach.
You've got to motivate the students, definitely. Teaching techniques, skills, and bringing English to life.
Yes, totally agree. And what are your hobbies? What
My
do you like
hobbies,
to do?
that's a good question actually. I go cycling. I've got my own mountain bike here in Amity, so I often go cycling 2-3 times a week. I love playing volleyball. I love eating out. I love my food, good wine, and my cigars as well, which is not a good habit, but I do enjoy the odd cigar.
Understand. And how is your life like in Kazakhstan to compare with other countries? Do you enjoy it, or you miss some? Maybe you miss your hometown, or I don't know.
I don't know. No, you know, I really like my country, Great Britain, but teaching there is really tough. You know, and one thing I love about Kazakhstan compared to China and the other countries that I've been to is that Kazakhstan children are amazing. They're always happy-go-lucky. My children work very hard for me. They're enthusiastic. You know, they give me their passion, and they work really hard for me. And Kazakhstan children are so beautiful. They really are, in nature and character, and they're so funny, and they've got a great sense of humor. Great sense of humor.
And what is your ideal student for you, like English student for you?
I think my ideal student, it's not about how intelligent the student is, but it's about the passion that they've got and the motivation. And for me, it's actually the girls, funny enough, because most of my students, I've got girls and boys. And the girls are amazing. They always work hard for me. I never have any problem with their behaviour in the class. They always complete all the tasks and all the homework. And they're so well behaved. So I think it's about the passion and motivation and working hard. So that's my ideal student.
That's nice. What do you like about Kazakhstan?
Who wouldn't love Kazakhstan, guys? Kazakhstan is an amazing country, yeah? I mean, when you think about it, it's the 9th biggest country in the world. You've got a population of 19 million people. There's so much beautiful landscapes here and so much room. It's not like in China, overcrowded.
Yeah.
I think what I love about Kazakhstan are the people and the children. They are so kind and considerate. I remember sometimes as a foreign language teacher, I got lost on my bicycle and I couldn't get home. And people were always there to get me home and be safe. And my children and parents are so kind and decent. And what I love about Kazakhstan is the food. My God, the steaks are amazing. But how do you drink horse milk? How do you do it? I don't know how you do it.
But it's kind of like traditional. Like even before when I went abroad, I didn't even know that other countries they don't do that. You know, first time when I went to China, I was like 17 years ago. Like other my friends, like foreigners, they also like asked me like, "You're from Kazakhstan? You drink and you eat like horse meat, right?" Like yes,
it's a tradition, isn't
yes.
it?
Like you, I was thinking like you guys not. They're like no, like how are you gonna guys like? And after that, they also were like shocked, like how come, like how can you guys do that, something like that. Yes.
Yeah, I always remember when I was in China, I was having dinner one night with the headmaster, and he said to me, "Kevin, come with me." And he opened up his freezer, and he went, "Dog." I said, "You're going to be kidding me, right?" This was dog meat in the freezer. And I thought, oh my God.
Why he's doing that? Or they're eating this?
Yeah, he was going to cook dog in the future. And then I remember one night going out with some parents, because in China, when parents take you out for a meal, they take you out for a meal. They won't even let you pay for a glass of water.
They're like that.
And we've got this beautiful round table.
Yeah, and they're round,
serving the food. And we had a great night. Drinks, wine, good food. And then they brought this basket out. And oh my God, what is it? And it was crickets.
I do remember like when I was in China, we also had dinner like with Chinese people. They invited also, and they gave me an egg. And I was thinking like simple egg, egg. And I like accepted. Okay, thank you. Then they were eating. Then after like several times, they started to eat the egg. They opened and then they drink. I was thinking like really.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just thinking like okay, maybe it's simple, just egg.
Yes.
And they opened and they took with the chopsticks, they took a snake and they ate it. And it's like,
it's unbelievable.
Yes, and it's like, try it. So like, no, I can't. And they're saying like, it's very like expensive dish for them. And it's very like dessert. Yes, it's like, I'm sorry, I can't. And they took mine, like, and I gave them like, you can eat mine.
Oh my God, only in China, isn't it? Only in China. Yes. But they do say in China, don't they, that the food is the sky, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the limit. Unbelievable,
yes. Yes. And because you said, and I remembered like this moment. Yes. That's all, I think. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. And thank you, everyone. And please keep speaking English.
Yes.
Keep speaking English. We're here to make sure that our children have a better and brighter future. So goodbye from Kevin and goodbye
from Nasko.
Goodbye. Miss you.